Good morning. Well, 10th of April today, 2 days after that beautiful eclipse, and what a powerful energy that was. So here we are with week 6 of building bridges of light. Now, these are like the rainbow rays I've been talking about for the last 5 weeks, and today we're with another of my signature energies. Now we're working with white flame this week, and you can learn about this in my book, The Sacred Temple of the White Flame, and I do initiations to this white flame initiation, and then the activation's the second stage, and a bit of procrastination here. I've got all the teacher codes, of course, but I need to write them. I need to write them down into a format. Keep saying I'm doing this every year. One of these years we shall be teaching the whole course, but get distracted. Now, we started with the magenta flame, and procrastination aside, I've now written that course up, and it's a downloadable on my website now, www.aurarosetemple.com. It's down, there's a manual, there are symbols with it, and there are all the key words with it, the energy of it, the magenta flame we started with week 1. I haven't got a meditation to go with it yet, but it can be received as a chi ball initiation. There probably will be a few videos to go with it once I've finished them. It shouldn't be too long now. Got that done, got that off the production line, let's put it that way. Actually, to be honest, last week I was really productive. I had made two attunements, redid the manuals, and made the short videos to go with them, and they're on Udemy. They are on my website as well, in the programs in the White Flame Academy's part of the website. And I did the aquamarine we were working with the dolphin energy, and that energy was huge. And then at the weekend, out of nowhere, I'd been attuned to this Eye of Horus a few years ago, and that came just before the eclipse. So I'd rewritten the manual. The manual is not brilliant because there wasn't much to go with. The original manual I got was a lot of wiki links, so I've tried to make a bit more of the manual. And what I'm going to do with that is, as well, that's on Udemy. There is a code for Udemy, I think, for a couple of days, a cheaper price. It's a beautiful activity. It's really good for powering up the core energy. It was beautiful to use before the eclipse. And when I get this white flame written up in this next section, I'm going to add in the Eye of Horus activation with Horus, and with the goddess Isis and Osiris. Those are the three, the Trinity. So this is the meditation for how we are with this bridge. So we started with magenta, really grounded 6 weeks ago, and we've got those really grounded visions in. Now with this new moon again this week and this eclipse, it's really powerful again for revisiting and up leveling. There's huge up leveling. I found this, everybody is. We took these visions and now we're going limitless. And let's again today set intentions, write them down, create them. At the moment, I've gone crazy. I'm creating, what am I creating? I'm creating an aura reading course. I've been reading auras all my life, and so I'm creating an aura reading course. That's for Udemy. That will also go on White Flame Academy. I'm also creating the Priestess Path course with a workbook, etc. So that's to sort of have as a preliminary for the Magdalene Priestess course, which I teach. You'll find out about my website. I've altered things slightly on the website. Instead of having loads of words, now you can download a PDF all about the course with the prices, etc. That is a 12-month course, and I'm going to be doing some other add-on bits, bonus bits. I already add on a bonus course, which is a sacred oils course, where you learn about 10 different oils that Mary Magdalene has asked, has brought in for me, and you receive a meditation to connect with them. And if you're on the Priestess course, I send you a little oil to work with, one per module. So there are 10 oils on that course, and that's a bonus course, which will be later in the year a standalone course for you to use with the PDF manuals, how to use, benefits, and the meditations. They will all be available as a standalone course, as the whole course. And then in creation mode is the White Flame Priestess course with the teacher codes. That is emotion. God knows with me. God knows. Okay, so let's get into White Flame. Now, oh my gosh, this energy is another of what I call my signature energies. You'll know, of course, I work with Pink Bliss. That's one of my signature energies. White Flame is, Magenta Ray is, I've had the blue rose come in, as you know, a week ago. As soon as I put something out, they give me something else. And the next week, the energy we're working with is the Golden Ray, and that will be another signature energy of mine. So most of this course is signature energies. And then the second one was, so we had Magenta Flame, that's written, that's created. That is a chi ball course now on my website. Amethyst Flame, that's one of my signature courses. Pink Bliss, you can download that as well. That is on the White Flame Academy. You can do it through the videos and the manual. You can do it on Udemy. I prefer to do it on my website because I'm not paying 100 million people right in Udemy. White Flame is in my book. That's on, I'll put a link to that. That's on Amazon, and you get the downloads, a link to my website, and there are 6 audios that go with that. Watch this space on that. That keeps going around and coming around. White Flame. It's always here at the heart of everything. And then next week is the Golden Ray, and that's another one. So a lot of the energy we're working with is all my energy. The Aqua Dolphin energy was one that I was attuned to, that I use, but I do work with Aqua. It's just that I hadn't created anything myself before I was to add on to that. Okay, so White Flame came to me 2018 with a white rose, and then the flame. And with me, how energy in those days, we're talking 2018, I'd get the rose, then I'd get the flame, and then I'd get a bit more, and now it's like bang. They think, Kim, you know what you're doing, just get your pen out. And it's like, use your quill. That's what I went with, a quill, with a feather. I love that, going back to old school, not ink, just one of those feather things, and then just write, they say. So the spiritual team that oversees this is I call the Divine Council of Light, and you'll hear me call about the Council of Light. And you'll know that I've narrowed them down from like thousands to about 12. And there are 13 spaces in this Council of Light. The 13th one is you as the creator. And we're working with that energy last week with the Metatron's cube, that you stood in the middle of Metatron's cube and you were the creator, the manifester, because that is our roles. You know, I'm telling you know, I might be teaching you about it, but you are the creator. So with the white flame, we're here building another bridge. Last week we brought the blue in, and we brought loads of structure in with those 13 circles and those triangles as well. And you'll find that in my new logo I've had done by the beautiful, super talented Shelley Sophia, not Shelley, it's gone. I should have to write this down. It's just gone. Right, I've had this beautiful logo made. What am I like? I shall post the link in the web, in underneath the video. And I've had this beautiful logos done, and they're done all with the triangle in images and roses, of course, and gold, etc. All the things I'm working with. And I shall have to get to do me a bridge one maybe. So this step is we're going into purity again, and I've got 11:22 as I'm saying that. We're going into a bit more purity. We've put the grounding blocks in, and now we're moving from the blue now to the white, then the gold. Now the white, it's another cleansing process, but we are lighter and brighter than we've been, and we're moving forward into this other, we're getting ready for the gold, which is next week. It's uplifting, and it comes from Atlantis and Lemuria. It is as old as time. I have my main archetypal energies with it in Egypt, but that's like 5,000, 4,000 years ago. But before that, it's been here since, in its many forms, since the beginning of time. And I've been 2 or 3 lifetimes as a priestess in the temples in Egypt, under the goddess Isis cult and before. And so this is why I bring it. But also with the white flame, which I must tell you about, rambling on, is I hold different DNA, different blueprints, different energy. So I hold this energy that comes in it from the Egyptian energy, from the Egyptian temples. And I also hold another lineage of energy from the Tibetan times. I was a Tibetan monk in a past life and lived a very, very spiritual, quiet life. Whereas is the priestesses and the temple priestesses, you're very busy from ritual and festival to each other, and you are in that. You start when you're young and you're going through and you build up. So like over your lifetime, I very quickly became a high level priestess because of my intuition, etc. It was recognized very quickly when I was in the temples, and I moved, especially because of my lineage and my family, moved from the intern sort of thing quite quickly, within a few months, into quite a role. And this is something that, so I was in a privileged role. I have been buried with one of the pharaohs, attending to the temple of ice, the temple of the white flame, and keeping the flame going until all the oxygen was gone. And that was such an honour. Such an honour. That's all I can say. You might think it's terrifying dying in a tomb, but it was such an honour to have been part of that. And like, I'll talk in my activation stage about being in the temple, but I was in the temple like within one of the pyramids, and it was my role to keep that fire burning. And just as it was until the oxygen had gone, of course, but it was part of keeping this flame energy going. for the Pharaoh, for all the other people and souls that were within the tomb as they go to the afterlife, and to hold that space. And this makes perfect sense when we really think about this, because when my dad died last year, there is a beautiful thing that I did with him when he was dying, and I saw him and talked him through going. I opened the portal for him to go to the afterlife. He was going anyway, but I opened the portal and I was there with him, and I talked him through a visualization, as to say, to go onto a white sailing ship. And I'd already seen the visualization when he nearly died in May, but when he passed in November, I talked him through. I saw the sailing ship come in, and then there was a bit more in it, and and it links with him, with his life as a child and his growing up, because he was born in Plymouth, and he lived there until about 27, I think, 24, 20, 25, 27. Then he moved, I'm in the Midlands, he moved from Plymouth further up to somewhere like Newark, and then he moved to my town where I live now, Burton-on-Trent, for about 3 years, and then he moved to Somerset, which is where I was born, not far, about 20, 30 miles from Avalon. I sometimes say from Avalon, but I'm not quite. I'm from the Quantocks, really. And we lived there for about 7 years, and then we moved back to this area where we live with the Trent. Now, then also I saw the white rose energy just before he passed. I was sprinkling him with white roses, and I saw him on the Nile. And so this would have been part of something that I would have done with my Pharaoh and the family, and those that were going in the tomb. And it was exciting to be part of all that building, and my role, what that was going to be as the priestess, to hold this light, this keeper of this flame, to hold it as long as I could in my living, with my living breath. And I know that's why it's so strong, that I can bring it, because I've held it through lifetimes, through that lifetime to this lifetime, to bring it out now that I'm a high priestess again, and have been for several years, and it's time to hold this energy again. And again, that energy we're working with next week, that golden flame, that is to do with healing, and it's Holy Grail energy, and it's part of lifetimes of knowing this energy. So this comes from ancient Egypt, and it also comes on a Tibetan. There is the Shambhala, the Tibetan, the Kuan Yin energy, the Buddha energy. It predates Buddha and that, but it comes from that lineage as well. So I don't mean to complicate things. I'm a complicated being. I like hold all these different energies. So you can learn about it more in the Sacred Temple of the White Flame book, and it will be at some point an online course. I think it has been before. It just needs moving across. It's just timing and admin. It is an ascension energy. I talk about it being 3D, but it is beyond. It's from beyond, and it's to beyond. It's 7, it's 8, it's 9, it's 11. Okay, Spirit, listening there, coming in. And it brings in pure white light. And it connects with the Ascended Masters of the Council of Light. And it brings us into alignment with our own desires. So that eclipse energy will have stirred things up. For me, it's like, I've had like a limitless moment yesterday. It was like, oh my God, what is possible? And it helps us to align now. So as we're building this next step of the bridge, we're into the blue, we're going into the white. So now we are realigning our vision again. It helps you to step onto or move beyond your life purpose, because you'll be really connected with your spiritual team and really being in that I am flow energy. So this week, spend some time looking at your life, definitely the next 3 or 4 days, because we're in this window, and asking the Council of Light to illuminate your life purpose, what lights you up, what your own passions are, what your drives are, and the universe will bring you what you need. And don't feel you have to do loads of things, it's really just what lights you up. And with the white rose, and a bit like the white camellias out at the moment, the white camellia is the rose of the winter. Feel your own desires, and the white with the camellia, the guardian is Guan Yin, goddess of mercy. So that brings in that Buddhism energy with the camellia. So we're thinking about feeling our desires, and we'll talk about this a bit in the meditation. Feeling your desires, feeling them and let them come to you, and being open to receive more. For what's come for me is an easier way to tackle a topic rather than sitting thinking for weeks on end or making notes here and notes there. A way of things coming quicker into form and shape so that I can share more with more people. But that might be a totally different thing for you. So whatever it is going on for you is about you. So let us go into our meditation now. And just close your eyes and go within. And feel the mist come around you. The aura spray. This is new life, new love. Bit of cedar in it. Oh, lovely orange in here. Beautiful citrus. So feel a white mist come all around you. This is the transporter through time and space. And feel yourself being transported into a beautiful white arena, a beautiful white garden and space within it. Be open now to be joined by the Divine Council of Light with the sacred Ascended Masters. And we'll feel some of them come and step and join with you, and others too. And then we'll open to your guides, your team. So let us be ready. So as always, Mary Magdalene comes forward, hand in hand with Joshua. You feel their energy as they come and blend with you. For so much of my energy comes from my connection to Mary Magdalene. She comes in all in white with a deep claret red sort of scarf cloak around her. And she comes in and she greets you like a good friend. And she comes in with Joshua, and he's in that deep claret red with touches of cream and beige. And he comes in and he kneels before you. Wasn't expecting that. And he says, welcome. Welcome, he says. I am so pleased to be here with you on this journey. I am so excited that you are creating these new, what you call bridges, I call them transformations, transitions, as we connections to the Father's land and the new land. And he says, whatever you call them is right for you. And I feel your intention of connecting in this beautiful way. And he touches Magdalene's hands and he says, sister, you share such beautiful light with the world. And then he touches your feet, and it's as if like he wants to anoint your feet. And you feel gold and white light energy going into your feet. He said, let me bless you on your journey. For I do bless you so deeply for all that you do and share in the world. For all the ways you help and guide other people and the way you help and guide yourself. And then he takes a small vial of water and he sprinkles that over your feet. And he said, open your hands and receive this holy water, this sacred water, from the chalices across time and space. I carry this everywhere I go, for when I greet people, souls like yours. And he sprinkles some water in your hands, and you raise and splash to your face and your heart. So take my consciousness and spread it through your work, your words, your voice, your essence. And so it is. And then he steps back. And Magdalene, she's here and she gives you the essence of the white rose. She brought this white rose to me in the beginning, or in the beginning in this lifetime, for when it was to be remembered. And just feel that opening for you. Opening up wider and wider. Just breathe into it, feel into it, go with it. And press that against your heart and feel its purity flow right through you. And now, as we are in this space, we call in other members of the Divine Council of Light. And you feel them filtering in, the Buddha and Kuan Yin, and Goddess Isis, and Horus, and Hathor, and Osiris, and many more. And you feel gently coming in, step by step, each of the Tibetans, the Buddha and the Kuan Yin, we've said this. They come in, and Sanat Kumara comes in too, and some more, and then inviting your guides. But they are already here, you already knew this. They came in as soon as he started. And the Light Council and the Divine Ones stand with us. They are you and they are me and they are with us and I am them. You are the creator. You stand in the center of the council. Now with this energy with the council, you feel open to accept all heartfelt desires to be within your life. All aspects of feeling at one and with unity with other beings awakens within you. You feel a guiding light supporting and holding you. And you think now about your vision for your life. This can be about yourself, your family, your friends, your work, your spiritual work, your spiritual development, whatever it is, your partners, your family, your children, all the things that you are building in this lifetime. Think about them now. And as you do so, let go of the I, for you are I am. You are divine creator light. And feel a white flame of energy flow through you, dispelling and emptying out doubts, negative thought patterns, and feel it swirling through you as you're letting go of what holds you back from living your true purpose, your true life. The white flame flows through you. And you also let go of all attachments to desires or negative thinking, and let the light and the white flame just stand. Feel it pouring all around you, and you are expanded with white. And let the light guide you. Let the eternal light guide you. And you surrender now to the source energy and accept all joy that comes to you, that flows to you. And you stand in your true state, a being of light, a creator, a manifester, a visionary, a being of light. And your light shines through you, and you are a light bearer, a keeper of the light, and you shine your light with the world. I stand here with the Council of Light, and I feel their energy flow through and to me, and allow your guides to step in and bring you messages that you need at this time. Feel a wave of purification around you that prepares you for this next step, this next section of our Bridge of Light. This energy comes from Atlantis, Lemuria, from way back in time. It comes from Shambhala, and it comes from ancient Egypt. And I bring through my lineage, I said 2, but 3 strands, for we see what happened then. 3 strands. I bring the strands from the Tibetan mountains, from the Everest and the Accolade of mountains, of the temples in the high places the places of the soul. Also bring my lineage with Isis and Horus, which you'll see within my book. And as the gate opened for me with Magdalene and Joshua, they are that third lineage of light that channels through me, as they bring their blessings, their energy through the flame. And just now we stand here 2,000 years after them, bringing the light again through the world. This lineage that continues, and sometimes has been suppressed depending on religions, etc. But the light keepers, the keepers of the light, have always come through in their lifetimes with the light. I know of about 3 or 4 light keepers in my lifetime of this light. And it burns so strongly within us. Let the light be your guide. Let the white flame be your guide, and know that it is eternal. Many blessings on your week. Write down your visions and see how they have changed. Look at that. For mine are on expansion and a bit like pull it all in. My husband will be like, you can't do everything at once, pull it in, focus, which I'm trying to do at the moment. Focus and decide which path to take, because there are about 5 coming out for me, and I need to get focused and decide which path first. It doesn't mean I can't do all 5, but it's which path first and work on that, and then move on to the next. Or with me, the way my mind works is I do some of this, to do some of that, to do some of that, but I found that when I was writing my book, somewhere, Gaia's Healing Garden, because I was writing poetry, I was writing about the flowers, I was channeling 3 or 4 different things in each chapter. Sometimes I thought, just do the poems because you're working in that part of my soul. Just do the meditations because working in this part. Just do this. And it was like taking longer doing the whole thing, like 1 chapter at a time. It was trying to find ways of working in the different aspects of me. And you find this. God, never mind. So enjoy this week. I'll put a link into my book. No need, I've got some links to the free audio book, and I can put the links onto the free meditations that go with it. At some point, I will be creating this an online course. Not sure what's holding me back. No, but Magenta Flame is a course, and Pink Blisses. And blessings. So next week we join with a beautiful golden ray, and I can feel that energy building, that beautiful golden energy. So anchor this white in, really do that. Blessings.